Everybody, and welcome on back in to another record store pickups, record store haul video. Been a while. It's been, I think, almost 2 months because I have pickups in here from my Vegas trip. So that's how long ago it was. So quite a bit of stuff to go through tonight. If you enjoy this type of stuff, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, all that good stuff. It helps out the channel, helps grow it. We do this type of stuff, and we also do a main podcast every week where we talk about a specific music related topic. So I got a pretty good amount of shit to go through. I was just telling Tyler, yeah, if this would have went any longer, I probably just wouldn't have done it because it would have been too long. It's like this, I'm reaching maximum
capacity.
Maximum capacity here. Reaching maximum capacity on that belt there. So
chunk style.
So yeah, I figured this would be a good time than any. I know Tyler's got some stuff too.
I got some stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be fun.
You want me to kick this thing off now?
Yeah, and get it going.
All right. I got various formats here to show off. So first thing I'll show off is it was a gift from my main man Ty here.
Oh yeah.
Look at my rhythm section out there doing its thing. So anyway, gift from one Ty. That was a Japanese pressing of Alice Cooper's Trash. I don't have any Japanese CDs at all. Off the top of my head, I don't think I do. I think everything. I don't think I've ran into one. I definitely don't have one with the obi or the bag. So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you getting this, man. It was dope.
Yeah.
The big 80s record. You got Poison, House of Fire is a sick song. Trash. Also, Better Nails is cool. Also, it has the bonus songs on here, which we don't really get in the States very often in this era. Bonus songs are mostly, Euro or Japanese, right? And that happened all the way up until basically the end of the CD era. Oh, I guess, yeah, it's true. That's true. That's fair.
Certain bands.
Like, I just remember that was a big thing, like 2006 up until May 07, 08. It was like everybody had exclusive pressings or whatever. And like now stateside, I guess we do have that. But we have it domestically, like in retail wise. So it's like Best Buy, it's the Target, the Walmart exclusive tracks, that kind of stuff, I guess. Definitely. Right. So I guess we do have it differently. But the ones on here, Cold Ethel live and Ballad of Dwight Fry live. So I think this is Kane Roberts era Cooper as well. So I don't know if he already left at that point. I don't remember when Kane Roberts left. That could have been like into the 90s. Big old yoked dude. I had this tour video actually, this DVD at one point. Yeah, this is the DVDs that I gave to that one girl I told you about, and then I forgot, and then she like left the school, and then we let each other borrow our DVDs.
He is not on that album, actually. He's on Constrictor and Raise Your Fist and Yell. Those are the only albums he's on.
Okay. Interesting. Now he's back in the band now.
So he's gone now.
Oh wow. What happened here?
It was very short-lived. I don't know what happened, but
is what's her name back?
I think he just did the tour. I'm pretty sure Nita is back.
Interesting.
Nita Strauss, I'm pretty sure.
Alice can only work with so many guitarists,
Yeah.
Had no idea.
Well, let's see here. He does have a writing credit on that album. Better Nails.
Better Nails is sick.
Yeah. Hell is Living Without You is a John Bon Jovi song. Richie Sambora also with a writing credit.
Is Nicki's song on here?
House of Fire's Joan Jett. Nikki Sixx.
Yeah. Or is it the next record, maybe?
I do not see him credited on here. So
interesting. Could have been constructed.
Following record. The guitar is John McCurry was the guitarist on that album. So there you go.
No. So
Steven Tyler did vocals, John Bon Jovi did vocals, Kip Winger, Joe Perry guitar, Richie Sambora guitar, Kane Roberts guitar on the one track. Who else? Joey Kramer on drums on a track. So all of Aerosmith basically. Those are the only guys that I know of. I'm sure
that's crazy.
Oh, Tom Hamilton. So there you go. There's all
There's
of
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. Yeah.
Do they do a tour together? Like that's way too many dudes to work in.
Well, and Desmond Child wrote a lot of that album with
Ooh,
Alice. So
who
there's the
also wrote
connection.
Aerosmith. There you go.
Yeah, he did the right around the same time.
Yeah,
That's Aerosmith's big comeback too. So
Desmond's on every. I think he probably has a writing credit on most of these songs, but he's produced by everything except for the live tracks. Actually says that as big as the song titles on the back of this on the CD. So like Desmond and his writer were like, "Hey, I need my name as big as the song titles. Like nothing can be. My name has to be the same as everything on the back cover. Maybe that was in the writer. I don't want to say that Desmond Child's that petty.
Yeah."
But he is. Let's just say he is. I don't know, man. I've never heard it in my life, but I'm gonna make it up about him right now. So everybody spread the rumor. Desmond Child's petty as shit.
Zia has been getting a lot of new Japanese CDs. Like they ordered in like the new Metallica 72 seasons. You can get the Japanese version of that.
That's cool.
A lot of new releases I've been seeing there. Because every time I see the Obi, I look and I'm like, oh, this is brand new. It just came out.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that a lot. That wasn't new. That's an OG Japanese pressing.
Yeah,
because I looked it up on Discogs. But
and you said that wasn't money. You said it was cheap.
No, it was like $5. It was in the hot
That's
new.
Crazy.
Yeah,
like I don't. Okay, I understand. It's not the finest hour. It's still a big record for him in the '80s and whatever. But like, I would think any Japanese CD is probably at least a $25 bill. That's crazy.
Yeah, I probably just imagine what it is. They might have mispriced it a little bit. I think it's like $10-15 on Discogs. So
interesting.
Who knows?
Right. We just won. We won one, which is nice. Yeah, I like it. Want me to keep going, or you want to go?
Just keep going. We'll just get through all yours, and then all.
All right, so that's the only CD that I have. I do have other formats here that we went and got these on Saturday because I actually recently acquired on Friday or whenever it was last week at some point. I acquired a dual cassette deck, and I've been in the market for cassette deck, as has Ty, and I frequent the thrift and Goodwill stores much more than Ty does, so I'm on the lookout for him. And so I found the first one, and so I got that, and so he'll get the next one. But for a 25er spot, maybe it was, or maybe that was for the total, I forget, maybe it was 12 and 12. But I got a really cool dual cassette deck, a Pioneer deck from '90. It's all Dolby'd up. It has all the recorder, all the knobs, and all the frill or the frills and whatnot, or the bells and whistles. Maybe that's what it is. So that's pretty sick. And so got that for the tapes. Anyway, so in response to that, which I always kind of been poking my way through the tapes here the last 6 months to a year, and so finally got some cheapies that I can actually play now. So I got Wicked Sensation, Lynch Mob. Been meaning to get into more Lynch Mob. It's the only record that I really know. So it's a cool record though. Wicked Sensation, the song itself, is one of the coolest grooves and guitar work of George Lynch, period. And Oli, I believe the lead singer's name is Oli. His voice on here is phenomenal. It's sick. So Wicked Sensation also picked up the self-titled Lynch Mob record. I think this is 92. So this
one's after
prime. Yeah, this is prime Nirvana, Pearl Jam, all the guys. This is the record we put out here. So there's that. There's that marketing. Like. And then got also Slip of the Tongue, little White Snake for you. So there's a little beat up. I was thinking about buying new cassette cases off of Amazon, but I read some reviews on the ones that are on there, and they're not favorable. So maybe if I find some other ones, because I like having nice cassettes. It makes me feel good. Because
you need to find
really gross.
You need to find like dead old stock of like blank tapes or something.
Yeah, you're right. It's that would be badass. And then all right, and then the next one I got this is the big boy of the lot, if you will, 1984 Van Halen. I have all of aside from for Carnal Knowledge, I have all of the Hagar era. So it's my first Roth era Van Halen cassette. I'm gonna pick them up every time I find them because this is $3. Cassettes are still pretty cheap, which is nice. And so when I can find my favorite bands on cassette, I'm pick up now because I'm dumb and I need to collect different formats when I run out of room for vinyl and I don't know what I'm going to do with anything else or whatever. So
Well,
I just buy new cassettes.
thing that I find funny is that you're running out of room, yet now you're buying up literal electronic appliances. Sorry.
I never said I was
Much
smart
bigger.
about these things, sir.
Gotcha.
No, you're right.
Also, a little quick side note: the vinyl doesn't have those Roman numerals on the cover.
Does it?
I just
Wow.
It's interesting.
Nice.
I
Good
never,
call.
I had to look it up because I'm pretty sure it's not on there, and yeah, it doesn't have anything. So, maybe that's a cassette exclusive.
I wonder if it's because like the vinyl. I don't know. Like they had huge hype stickers in the vinyl. I wonder if they can't hype sticker up a cassette really unnecessarily to make it different, possibly.
Yeah.
Like there are little hypes on cassettes. I've seen them, but like it's usually just a logo. It's not like a write up from Rolling Stone or like featuring the hit singles, like whatever. It's not really a thing that works that way. So I wonder if that was the thought. But then again, if I'm a van, just like Zeppelin, like or the White Album, it's like those bands had literally nothing on the cover except for their name and a picture. So like they still sold it. If I'm a Van Halen fan, I'm buying this whether it has the Roman numerals on it or not. Who knows? But this has absolutely no J card whatsoever. That's the thinnest.
Yeah.
Like I don't see anything on here that shows it as a Columbia or like whatever the S. Yes, maybe I did already see that. I forgot. Columbia House.
Oh, okay, that's why.
So there you go. That is why. Interesting. All right, maybe I already knew that. Maybe I already did this math. So yeah, Columbia House. If you bought from them, they press things differently. If people don't know, they press things differently, and so they had different mixes sometimes that were worse. I've never heard of any better mixes, but I've heard there are worse ones than what are typically out there, and they usually have little to no booklet. So like maybe unless it's like overstock stuff, maybe that's when they would actually like give you like real CDs possibly. But Columbia House is about getting you your stuff as cheap as possible because you weren't going to pay the bill anyway, right? So rot on. Yeah. I don't know. That's probably what I got. So anyway, there. And then got records as well. I got a little out of the cellar. We got this on Saturday, right? Sunday.
This is Sunday.
There we go. Sunday, went to our local record shop and did a lot of trade, a lot of wheeling and dealing here, and ended up paying little to no money for anything. Literally no money. I paid no dollars out of pocket here. So anyway, I got this for $15. I don't have any Ratt whatsoever. I know Ty is getting in on his Ratt shit. Like he's getting in it. And so I think Ty has two. Yeah, there you go. Ty has two avenues he goes down. I feel like you're going down the prog avenue. Also looking into a little more of the 80s hair metal. We're doing some explorations there. And now we're starting with the big fish. And then we're going to work our way to the little ones. So, soon enough, you'll be on Firehouse or something. Like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know about that, but
work your way down the line. But so anyway, Ratt. I like the songs. This is the record. So, $15, looking pretty good. With inner sleeve as well. It was a little dusty, but no inner sleeve, just the original. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I lie to you guys. It's not a big deal. So there you go. Out of the cellar. Ratt. Also got in something that I guess I'll do other used stuff. I found for $2, found a Kevin Devine She Can See Me 7-inch that I don't have. Kevin Devine is a singer-songwriter out of Brooklyn, New York. I'm a huge fan of, so we found that for a couple dollars at one of the Zias. And then shortly thereafter, do you have these in your pickups or no? You don't have them.
What?
The gift that I got from a certain man in a parking lot.
I got them. They'll come up.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So yeah. So anyway, so that was the same day. Found that. So found that for $2. So sick. And then another gift from one tie. I got Slash, Miles Kennedy, and the Conspirators live at the Roxy. This is 14. Yes, 14. So it's right before he went back to Guns. It's a year and a half or a year before. Went back to Guns. So these are definitely the best. Like I've told Ty this, and I'll tell anybody this. I love Guns. One of my favorite bands ever. The Guns songs, the best you'll ever hear them today is done by Miles Kennedy. And I guess the Conspirators, I guess that works out, and Slash. So I would recommend checking those songs out if you have not checked out especially the live stuff. Like I haven't checked out any records, to be honest with you. I know nothing about the records. There's like 3 or 4 of them at this point. Yeah. And I know nothing. But the live records they put out with Slash, super sick. I've listened to this before, listened to it again. Still holds up, still is super sick. And the weird thing is presented by DirecTV and Guitar Center. So every time we saw this in the bin, it was so weird. Like it's a corporate record. So
it was used in it was open, but the gatefold hadn't been cracked.
That's what it was.
And it was like $20 or right around there. So I figured what the hell.
It's a solid pickup. They play Night Train, He Could Be Mine, Crazy, Rocket Queen, Slither, Sweet Child of Mine, Paradise City. So they played most of the big songs, I guess, just a Jungle, which is interesting. So there you go. What were you gonna say?
I said you also know that it's gonna be like one of those random things. It's gonna be like $300 someday.
Yeah, because they're not going to make any more. There's no reason to press the DirecTV Guitar Center presented record. That's whatever. And then I also picked up the new Foo Fighter record. I pre-ordered this from the web store. Yeah. It's completely white. So just Foo Fighters, and but here we are. Forgot the name of the record. I've not listened to this yet. Bought it off the web store because when it posted up for pre-order, I was like, I like Foo Fighters enough. Okay. And then they had a web store. It wasn't an exclusive, which was my mistake. So I ended up paying $35 for this, and this exact same record was posted on Amazon like a day and a half later for $23.50 or something.
Yeah, it's probably on sale right now.
Prime free, 100%. Prime free shipping. So there's that. So whatever. I've heard good things. I heard it's a return to form in a lot of ways. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not a massive Foo Fighter fan, but this record, I imagine, given what happened here recently, unfortunately, I imagine it's a pretty interesting, heartfelt record, and that's what I heard so far.
Josh Freese is on that album, or no?
Yeah, no. I think Grohl did all the drums in the record, and I think Josh is touring with them. That's all it is.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
pretty sure. And then last thing, have not even cracked this yet because I'm waiting to get the other. But there was the other one. So there was a massive repress that happened a couple months ago, and that was for AFI's Sing the Sorrow 2003 record. It was the 20-year anniversary. They did the initial one-time pressing of 10,000 that I also have on Red, and then they did 2 different pressings of this for the repress. They did a supposedly show exclusive pressing, but then that just got sold on the web store for the overrun. So they pressed up a bunch of them. And then they also did, I think they did a red and black, and then black and red. I think that's the gimmick. And I've ordered both of those pressings, so I want to have all of the Sing the Sorrow pressings because I'm stupid. And these were expensive. These were like $50 a piece almost. Like they charged the money for these. Like you were paying $500 the last 10 years. Maybe you're gonna pay us $50. We're gonna get 10% off that, right? Or of it. So anyway, these have apparently, we've noticed at the record store the other day, they had a copy of Sing the Sorrow, and it was only $300, which was like a killer deal. So these have impacted the market for the Sing the Sorrow record. So it is coming down. So if you want this record, I would advise that you go and buy it as soon as possible, because if they decide they don't want to do it again for another 10 years till the 30-year anniversary of the record, that would suck. So so I didn't think they were going to press it. They did. Now I don't know if they're ever going to press it again. So we'll see. But anyway, seeing this RO AFI, love it.
They changed the cover. It's like not matte anymore. Or is it matte? Isn't the other one like a matte black? That looks kind of glossy with like a glossy red. Isn't the original like flat?
I haven't. This is still sealed right now.
I'm saying even beyond the cellophane, but I could be wrong.
Hold on.
Yeah. Let's. All right. You don't gotta go this deep in it, but
listen. Hold on.
Yeah, it just looked more dull, or the original looks more dull to me.
Okay, so with that being said, got the original.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. You're probably right.
Nate?
I always thought it was like a matte black.
I mean, grant you, there is a film on here. This does look lighter. This looks darker. The red on here looks darker than the red on here.
Okay, yeah.
So like maybe it is a little lighter in the color.
Maybe. Just for some reason I thought the original was like a matte, flat, really flat black. And then that new one looked glossy.
Wouldn't be a bad design if that was the deal. I'd be like that too.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the extent of my pickups from what I remembered and had out. So there we go. Love it.
Gotcha.
Now you're backed up, and let's go through your pickups, brother, because you got a good handful and a half. It sounds like.
All right, I'm gonna do a book first. Still haven't read this. I'm actually pretty disappointed with it so far. Geezer's book, Into the Void, Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath. I flipped through it, but I'm just like, this is tiny, bro. This is the smallest Sabbath book, too. I know Ozzy's book's bigger. I know Tony's book's bigger. I don't think there's a Bill book.
It's only one, right?
I think this is Geezer's only book, yes.
Yeah.
And I was flipping through today. I got this like a couple weeks ago when it came out. And I was flipping through today, and I'm like, I flipped through like 3/4 of the way through. And I'm almost at the end of the book, and like he had got the 1984. So I'm like, I just need a little bit more. It's still probably gonna be a cool read, cool picture.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, here's my thing with books, especially when they're this small. Are you gonna have 8 chapters of your childhood? Is the half of the book gonna be you growing up? It's fine. It's fine if the book is 500 pages. I don't care. But if you're gonna do half of the book as your childhood and then half of the book as the 40 years of the shit that people want to read, I'm not happy. So.
It's almost hold on. What's worse, like what you just said, or books that end like? So, for example, Jericho's first book, doesn't it end the 90 premiere? He debuts.
I didn't mind that because Jericho always knew he was going to write more books.
We didn't know that though at the time. We did not know that.
He kind of had a hunch. I kind of interpreted what he was going to do. Like he's not just going to stop. But I don't mind it if I'm not saying every book has got to be Foley's, like 600 pages.
600 pages, yeah.
But like, if you're going to do a 300-page book, I just want you to talk about Sabbath. Like that's it.
Yeah.
And it's really no offense to you, as I would say it's to anybody writing a book that I want to their fans want to read about the relevant shit to
500 minimum though, right?
I would say 300. I would say like 300, maybe 400. Like if you're just gonna write about like Sabbath, that's good for me. I'm still gonna read it eventually. But yeah. That's the only book.
I'm with you.
Let's do CDs.
All right.
Lordy, the Apocalypse, had this growing up in high school, and I saw a copy of this. I had to replace this case because it was absolutely destroyed. Like it had, it was one of the worst cases I'd ever seen. I wish I took pictures of it, honestly. But so I replaced it with a like a dollar bin case. But this is their 2006 album. Really cool album. this is the album that got me into the band, and then I kind of fell off for a number of years. I know they got like 4 or 5 records after this that I really haven't listened to. I think they're about like 4 or 5 years before their time. I think they'd be pretty big now with like Ghost and Ice Nine Kills and this horror theme shit. I think they were just too ahead. And then they just got compared to Guar, and they sound nothing like Guar. It's Kiss.
Yeah.
Like they're massive Kiss fans. They're a Swedish band. It's like Kiss compared like with Accept. There's actually Bruce Kulick's actually on this record, if I remember right.
Oh, wow.
And
Good for them.
plays a song, and Udo from Accept. So there's they were just ahead of their time, I think. I think if they were like maybe 3 or 4 years later, they would have been pretty bigger than they're still going.
They're still knocking around, right?
They are still going.
Yeah.
I don't think they do a lot of state stuff. I don't think so.
Yeah, they probably do good business overseas, though. No,
I honestly don't know. I never even see them on the big festival ads. So I really don't know, brother. I know they just had an album that came out, so they're doing stuff. But to
what extent?
As long as they've been going, I think their first record was like 02. So
Wow.
I think they're like 20 years deep. I think they'd be bigger at this point. They also this year, they won Eurovision, so that was a big deal. Like that helped them a lot. Eurovision is the big song contest in Europe, like ABBA won.
Oh
Eurovision
yes,
back in the
got
day.
you.
Like,
Yes.
So they won Eurovision, which is a massive deal, and they were the first rock band I think to ever win it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, really cool band. Like if you're into like a classic rock, like hard rock stuff, like. But they do like the monster type gimmick on stage, and like I said, I think it's just a little too early. I can't even remember what Zia I purchased this from. Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. This is an 89 pressing of this. I want to
Vegas?
get. No, this one wasn't Vegas. I want to get all of the Maiden up to a certain point on CD. The original pressings before they were remixed. So, Seventh Son of Seventh Son, one of my favorite Maiden records, one of my favorite records of all time. Was stoked to get this. I think this is a Columbia House album, but it does have a full booklet.
Interesting.
So, for what I remember, right, just I love the classic CD look too. Great. Very minimalistic. This next one was a Vegas pickup.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Something I found out recently, though, so maybe we can think about this every time we see a CD or whatever. So they had different pricings for the color on the CD, the little ink they used on the CD, because that ink, for depending, I believe, I could be lying to you, I'm like 94% sure this is true. The ink that's printed on that or pressed on that CD is cobalt, and certain colors command more cobalt than others. So depending on what your color scheme is on your CD, like how much money you want to spend on it, right? Depending on what that is, your actual CD might cost more, like a few more pennies to print, just based on the fact that you have like that blue. It's probably not that blue's probably cheap as shit, right? But like if they wanted like electric pink or something, I'm just making, I don't know, right? They could have cost more money, right? So like that, it decided some of the artwork for the CDs. Maybe just in that day, but I saw that I think on a Techmoan video, and I was like so intrigued by that. I was like, that's insane.
Yeah,
that's why like a lot of like I think Columbia and Atlantic, a lot of them had set like gimmicks for each CD. Because it was built into like the budgeting for the production of the record, that on average with this color it takes so much for per CD, so they were able to do it for money reasons too. Just dumb nerd shit. Sorry, go on. I'm sorry, brother.
No, pretty cool. I did not know that. Next one, more Maiden. This is an original pressing 88 of their debut album. This record came out in 80, but this is the first US CD pressing of this. This I did pick up in Vegas. So I was super stoked to find this. So yeah, 88. So interesting. This came out the same year as Seventh Son. So I imagine when Seventh Son dropped, they went into the back catalog. Capitol did, and it's like, all right, let's get the rest of these on CD now. So original US pressing of Iron Maiden's self-titled debut.
What's that CD look like?
Basically the same, just black.
Okay.
Black ink.
Okay. There you go. So probably the
So,
blue costs more than the red or the black. So there you go.
potentially, I mean, the new album got the blue, the
Yeah.
reissue, the back catalog got the black.
Yeah.
Got some Dio era Sabbath. This is definitely a Columbia House pressing. Mob Rules.
Nothing in there.
Pick this up at a local Zia. Yeah, there's not much. And just the classic black. WB always had this look.
Yeah.
Yep, Mob Rules, classic album. And then obviously I own these on vinyl too, but I always look through the CDs and I can find old or close to originals. It's harder to do this for CDs because Zia tapes all this shit up. So it's not like you can look at the matrices and figure out what pressing it is. So you just kind of have to guess. Usually the black is the indicator, but there are new reissues with this black, so it'll throw you off.
Wow.
So yeah, like all the blackened Metallica stuff has the black.
Was that always how it was, or that was? Well, they probably changed it in the '90s. They probably had like a full jewel case like for Black Album for whatever at some point.
Yeah.
So interesting. I guess I never thought about it. Okay.
But if you're gonna go buy, but Ride the Lightning right now, a blackened reissue, it's gonna be this. Heaven and Hell. This is also a Columbia House. So I imagine this was in the same collection because I bought this at the same Zia. Also, just literally exactly the same as Mob Rules.
Yeah.
This was one of the coolest pickups I have probably in the whole set. This was another Vegas pickup. This is Black Sabbath Tier. So this is Tony Martin era Sabbath. This is a 2000 pressing. So this is still on IRS, but what IRS did was when the reunion happened with Ozzy, IRS said, well, we still have the rights to this old Sabbath shit. Nobody knows. It just says Sabbath on it. Let's reissue shit. Because when I bought this, I thought this was an original because the date on it is just 90, which is the year that this record came out. And I looked it up on Discogs. Nope, this is a 2000 pressing. So really interesting. They were trying to capitalize on that reunion, but cool artwork too. This is a absolutely banger of an album. I stand the Tony Martin era, that's for sure. Anu Mundi is a cool song. Valhalla is a really cool song. The Sabbath Stones, sick fucking song. Tony Martin's really underrated song, and he wrote a lot of the lyrics too for this. His era of stuff. So
what those CDs? So those are not crazy yet for pricing, right?
This one it was like $20. So
wow, okay, that is a little expensive,
but that's about what it goes for, 20 to 30 to 35. Wow. This is the last time it ever been issued. I think was 2000.
Yeah,
so
fair.
There's like boots of this CD. This I just picked up actually. Tyler used some of his trade on me because we owed a little money for concert tickets. So it just kind of worked out that way. So I picked up Iced Earth, Alive in Athens, one of my favorite live albums ever. This is a great album, 2 CD. This is from what year? It's like 2099, actually. So very cool. U.S. power metal band, Iced Earth. Great live set. Picked up this because I'm probably never going to own this on vinyl again. Heaven and Hell, The Devil You Know. The last Ronnie era Sabbath album. So this CD is still really cheap. You can get this from anywhere from $5 to $10. The vinyl is regularly over $100.
That's crazy.
150, $200. We actually saw a copy of the vinyl at what was the store? Tempe?
Record High.
No, it was like Tempe. It was like 2-3 weekends ago. It was on the back wall, not the back wall, behind the counter wall. I'm pretty sure it's Tempe.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Oh, Zia. Okay.
Yes, Tempe.
Yeah. Okay,
excuse me. Sorry. This is a really great record if you never listened to it. Just really classic Sabbath Dio sound. Interesting part about this is I don't know if Ronnie did this on every album, and I got to look back at old Dio stuff, solo and Sabbath other stuff. He thanks Richie Blackmore in here, which I find really interesting.
Interesting.
'Cause obviously, him and Richie were never on like the best of terms after he got kicked out of Rainbow. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he just thanked Richie for like, hey, thanks for like getting me going, like really helping me, as far as introducing me to the world in a bigger way, or I don't know, or just like trying to be the bigger man type of
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, he thanks
Was
Richie
Richie in
Blackmore.
Dio's movie?
No, fuck no.
Okay. I don't remember.
No. So I don't know. I have to look back at other Dio stuff to see if he's done that before, because Richie has nothing to do with this album.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'll hold off on that. Merciful Fate, Don't Break the Oath. This is a Roadrunner Records German pressing from 83. Or not 83. Melissa's 83. It's Don't Break the Oath. 84? Fuck, I can't remember.
Cranking them out.
Anyway, yeah, because Melissa's 83. This is like 84, 85. Don't Break the Oath, the second album. But anyway, Don't Break the Oath. Original German pressing. I was actually stoked to find this. What's up?
That's a German pressing. It's 84. It's a German pressing. I didn't know that was German.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
It's a very cool Roadrunner logo on there. Yeah. I was super stoked to find this. I paid up a little bit for that too. So, but I wasn't going to pass that up. Found that at Zia. Upgraded the Soundgarden stuff because we did the Soundgarden ranking. Check it out. So down on the upside, it's just older pressings. And then Louder Than Love. Couldn't remember the fucking name. And then was stoked to find this because this is an old cassette that my uncle used to have. Just kind of talking about this album, Black Sabbath Reunion. This is the live album. Tyler and I actually listened to this in the car.
Yeah.
Coming home after buying this, and it's a great set. I remember listening to this set as a kid, is at like 10 years old, because my uncle Mark had this cassette. So, and it's a really cool set, nice gatefold.
That's the shit.
So stoked to find that because this will probably never see a vinyl release. And then the last CD picked up Sunday, Pokemon the first movie. Soundtrack and music inspired by. I picked this up at Savers for is $1.99. But I think I got $1 off. Pretty sure because I think it was $1.
So
there's a bunch. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit I'm never gonna listen to. Britney Spears, NSYNC, Christina Aguilera. It's all the big heavy hitters.
Are those songs or are those like rando B-sides?
NSYNC Somewhere Someday.
Nothing for you.
You probably know more than me.
I definitely
Britney Spears, Soda Pop.
Nope, nothing for you on Soda Pop. Okay.
Christina, We Are a Miracle.
Yeah, I think we're getting B-sides, brother.
Solo Baby Spice on here.
Wow, nice.
98 Degrees, Vitamin C, Aaron Carter, R.I.P. Midnight Suns, which I don't know who that is. It sounds like a rock band or something.
Oh, yeah.
Blessed Union of Souls, I've heard of them. And then you got the Pokemon theme, obviously, on here. Yeah, this CD is absolutely wrecked, but I bought it because it has this ad in here to send in for a Pokemon card. I saw this movie in the theater. It was obviously a big deal back in our day. And then the booklet is a really sick,
hell yeah,
poster. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. I remember the Mew hype. Like, what is this
It was
Pokemon
real.
gonna be? Yeah. There was a palpable like tension in the air. Like, what is this thing gonna be? And then because you had the big fight between Mew and Mewtwo in here. Great movie.
No, for sure. I remember that, and I remember the first time I ever saw Mew and Mewtwo. I remember that vividly because it was movie. Like exactly. And so I remember because the cards. I still have it. Okay. Did you ever get the card from Borders, the special one, like the prehistoric or whatever Mew card?
No, I don't think so. But I had some Burger King ones. I think some Burger King promos.
Sick. Nice.
But
no. The Borders one, I believe, was was it Borders or was it Borders, I think. Or what's the one that went out of business? Not Borders, not Barnes and Noble, obviously.
Books a Million.
No, Books and More. Is that a thing? No,
Books a Million.
No, it's not Books a Million. That might be Back Easting. I don't remember that at all.
I don't know what you're talking about then.
I don't know, but anyway, but they had an exclusive. If you go and you buy a pack of Pokemon cards there, you get the special ancient.
I remember that card
or Mew card.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. It's not worth a ton of money or anything. It's like
really.
$20, something like that. I really thought it, like, because I thought it would be, right. But I remember I told you the story before. I remember being in after school hockey, and one day, but Zach, my buddy Zach's cousin Anthony, shout out. He missed practice that day or games that day, and I remember being like lining up, and Mr. Hill, our coach Hill, going, "Where's Anthony?" And their team was next to mine, and I remember Zach going, "His mom took him to go see Pokemon the movie." And like I remember going, we all were like, "Oh, yeah, he sucks," right? It was the whole thing, and we were all like, "Oh, I can't wait to see that movie. I can't. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be the thing." Like, and we were all jazzed. I think we were in third grade when that happened, right? Just
something like
that's
that.
a lot of good memories there in that Pokemon. I never saw another Pokemon. I might have seen 2000, but that was definitely the last one I ever saw.
I saw both of them in the theater. The first two, Pokemon, the first movie, and 2000. And then I think my mom did Burger King with me both times.
Hell
because
yeah.
Burger King, they had a tie-in and was doing giveaways both times. Do you remember the gold, the balls with the gold cards in them? They did that. And then I'm pretty sure I got like a Mew card at Burger King for the first movie. So
there we go.
Anyways, let's keep going. This is actually the last CD. So I picked up Fathom Ages. Fathom Age is a one-man black metal project from Australia, Adelaide, Australia, to be specific. And this album just came out physically, so I picked this up. This is like a month and a half ago.
A long time ago.
Dude packaged it because he does everything himself. Packaged it really well. Came all the way from Australia. Was not damaged. This is the special, no vinyl release yet.
Yeah,
and this is atmospheric black metal albums called Autumn's Dawn, Winter's Darkness. Great album cover. And this is the special limited CD edition. This is out of 100. I have 26 out of 100. So
that's awesome.
This is really cool stuff. I mostly use Bandcamp for this type of stuff. Like, there's a ton of really good black metal stuff on there. I find stuff all the time from that YouTube channel, Black Metal Promotions. Alrighty, let's do tapes. So we were at Zia. Tyler was looking through the tapes, and a guy approached Tyler, which is really awkward and weird because Tyler mentioned. Tyler mentioned to me, "Oh, there's some Rush in here," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool, whatever. I maybe want to buy it someday, but I didn't want to pay like $3 or whatever it was for." And then the guy asked Tyler, "Oh, you like Rush?" And Tyler's like, "Yeah, sure."
You walked away at that point, or you already were gone.
I was already walking away. I was already in another part of the store because then you came up to me, "Hey, I need your car keys," and I was a little like, "What the fuck's going on here?" Yeah. And then I was like, "I don't want to go out there to a bunch of shit in my car. Like, I don't want to throw away shit. I already have enough shit in my life. I don't want to get acid-free shit that other people's garbage." I was a little unsure about what was happening, but Tyler got all these for free. The guy had picked them up at Savers that day and then didn't want to turn them into Zia for whatever reason.
Yeah.
He would have probably at least maybe gotten his money back. I don't know. Especially if he bought these on like half price day, because all these are marked at $1.50. So if he paid 50 cents to like 75 cents, he would have made a little bit of money. Not a lot, obviously, but yeah. Anyway, this is the only BOC. This is like a greatest hits. Blue Oyster Cult on Flame with Rock and Roll. Really random greatest hits, but pretty cool. And then this is the big get. So got a bunch of Rush. So Rush Moving Pictures, Rush Hemispheres.
Hell yeah.
Rush Permanent Waves, Rush 2112, Rush Archives. This is the 3 albums set. This is specifically Caress of Steel, though, so none of the other two aren't in here.
Oh,
and then that's it. Because that came in like a box with like.
I think I remember these.
It's a Fly By Night, and the first record is Russia Archives.
Okay, got it.
You can buy it on vinyl too. You've seen the vinyl before. That's it as far as this free. Because that was all free, so very cool.
Yeah.
Very nice of that guy. Really random.
Yeah. Those are probably $7 a piece in the store. Like I don't think I've ever really seen Rush on tape.
Probably 5, at least a 5 spot.
Yeah, at least 5 for sure. Yeah,
yeah.
So shout out that guy. It was really random. He just he didn't want to turn him in because he was like, I'd him to a fan, which is really noble. So you were sketch out as shit when I approached you and asked your car keys because I actually I literally didn't read the situation correctly for the first 3 seconds of our conversation because I was because you were you're like what, like you almost got almost angry because you're like, what the fuck, what's happening? Because you thought something bad, there was something happening that's not right because I've never asked for your car keys before.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
I was I thought you needed to leave right away or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, why didn't you just ask me to drive you somewhere? So I didn't understand.
Totally.
I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I did not read that at all. So you gave me your keys. You're very sketched out about it. And then I remember I just came back and you're like, what just happened? And I was like, I got you a gift. I got you some stuff. And you were like, what? Is there trash in my car? I don't want trash in my car. And I was like, no, you got stuff in there. And then afterwards, the guy delivered, man. It delivered. He did. You picked up pretty well.
No, he did. Because, I mean, if all those were, if I found those I would have bought them at Savers for that price. Yeah. So it was a good find. Cool. Good on that, dude. Last cassette, I actually got this Sunday. Queensryche Operation Mindcrime. I think I own Mindcrime on all formats because I think it's probably only on vinyl, tape, and CD. I doubt there's a mini disc. There's definitely not a reel-to-reel. There's definitely not an 8-track. So there might be there might be a Blu-ray audio or something. I don't think so. But yeah, so this might have completed the Queensryche Mindcrime arc. So that is it for other formats. Let's do vinyl. Try to go as quick as possible here. I'm just going to start with box sets. This one I actually got at Zia. Thunderbird. They had it for a good, not a great price, but a decent price. But I was able to, I had some credit, a little bit of trade credit, and I had points. So I was able to get this for about half of what it goes for. So I probably wouldn't have bought it if I wasn't able to do that. Tyler doesn't even know about this. Really cool set. This is Dark Throne. And the set is called Shadows of Iconoclasm. So basically what this set is, I haven't done an unboxing of this set yet. Basically what the set is, it's Soulside Journey, which is their first album. And then you get Goat Lord, which is an instrumental album. And then you get almost all of their live stuff. Because Dark Throne they don't play live. They haven't done a lot of live shows. So you get almost all their live stuff on cassette and vinyl. So pretty cool set. It's kind of bare bones, but a pretty cool box. They're literal babies here. Dark Throne, Norwegian black metal band, started out as a death metal band. The first record that this is kind of set around is their only death metal album. But this is actually really cool. As far as the kind of extras, I'm going to do it right now. I'm already in there. So you get a 7-inch. And this is bootleg stuff. So this is from just TV spots that they did in '89. This is pretty cool.
Jesus. Throughout Europe, obviously.
You get some Norway,
yeah.
You get a cool promo picture.
Hell yeah.
And then there's the certificate of authenticity. They aren't real signatures, but it's cool. And then this is the artwork for Soulside Journey, the main album that this kind of box set's centered around.
Nice.
And my only kind of bitterness about this album is everything, and I didn't know this when I looked up pictures of it. Everything just comes in black sleeves.
Interesting.
Which, so you don't get the album artwork, which kind of sucks.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Kind of blows. But you get Goat Lord, like I said, you get Soulside Journey, you get a bunch of live stuff. The cassettes are really cool. Let me dig down to those. I'm breaking my main bugaboo because I hate when people unbox stuff, but without like doing it like not in an unboxing. But you get a healthy amount of vinyl there.
There you go.
It's a good amount of stack there. I think it's like 7 LPs, and then this book is pretty healthy. So cool book, and you get write-ups, unseen photos.
Wow.
Like they're actually like literal babies in some of these photos.
Jesus.
So very cool. A lot of cool stuff in there.
That's nuts. I didn't know they were around that long. Wow, or together that long.
Yeah, 89. And then
That's
you
nuts.
get, and it's just Fenrez and Nocturno. They're the main guys in the band. They're still in the band.
Yeah.
That founded it. And then you get DVD with early live footage. So you get live in Oslo, bootleg, TV Norway, live in Finland, another date in Finland in 91, and there's some extras on here too. So that's very cool. I haven't watched that yet. But then you get the tapes, which I love because they're redone.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Replica art. So this is Dark Throne 88. This is advanced rehearsal tapes. So promo stuff. And then this is Dark Throne Land of Frost. So this is kind of just a demo tape. Pretty cool.
That's really cool.
And this is Dark Throne Thulkandra. This is the second demo from 89. And Dark Throne Cromlech. So another demo.
Wow.
So this is like the all-encompassing set of early era Dark Throne, and like I said, they don't have a lot of live stuff, so this set kind of takes care of a lot of that stuff all in one. That was my main draw to it, because you can buy this album, Soulside Journey, now. They reissue, there's reissues of this album, and then with my points and the trade-in, I had to do it because it ended up being like $100. That was actually out of pocket, and the set's normally $200 to $250 online.
What year? How old is that set? Did you say?
It is. I didn't say. I think it's 20.
Is it 20 years? So you said 92. Is that 22?
No. It's I think it's like 2018. I don't even think they did it for an anniversary.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think it's like 2018, 2019. So it's been out for.
Well, if that's the way, then that's 30 years of the band. Then 88.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
I think I think that is. Yep. I think
interesting. That's cool though.
Next box set. There is an unboxing of this, so I won't dig into this one. But the Ratt box set, the Atlantic Years. You can check this out on the channel right now. Pretty cool set. I've listened to two out of the 5 on this. So far, so good.
A whole lot of Ratt content here tonight.
Oh yeah, some Ratt shit. The new Ratt shit. This is actually just came in yesterday. So Tyler has no idea about this. This got marked down again. I'm going to do these box sets. I told Anna it's going to be so nice because I'm going to have like a quarter of the money into them. Black Sabbath Paranoid Super Deluxe, $75 spot.
Oh yeah. That's
a sweet spot. Still unopened, so I still got to open this up. Take a look. But
is that $150?
Yeah, I think it was half off. I think it was like 45% or 50% off.
Wow. So yeah, like somewhere around there. That's nuts.
I think in all my Sabbath sets that I have 4 of them now, 3 or 4 of them. I think I have less than $300.
Yeah, you bought the Sabbath or Was it Sabotage or was it for like $25, wasn't it?
Technical ecstasy was like 40, but then it went down to 25.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was happy with 40, and then it got dropped to 25. I was still obviously fine with paying $40
Yeah.
for a box set,
Yeah.
but yeah. And then Sabotage I bought for I think 50, I think like 60 to 75. Actually, Sabotage Sabotage I didn't buy any because I got a gift card. So, but it was like $75 too.
Regardless, all half off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So if you want Sabbath, at some point, their box sets do, at this point at least, because we've talked this before, that might not continue in the future because maybe they really don't press as many in the future, just because they realize they're discounting this much after a certain point. But Sabbath box sets as of right now do go down. So if you're in the market,
all of them gone down.
Point. Yeah,
all of them gone down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was super stoked to get that. And then let's just get through the vinyl self-note box sets. So bought a really clean copy of the Final Cut. I just bought it because it was super, super duper clean. This is a cool record. I've only listened to it a few times. Prefer the Wall. And I prefer the Wall and Wish You're Here. That's probably my favorite of the Gilmore Waters era. But do you know much about Final Cut?
I know more about the politics of it than I do the actual record, to be honest with you. I just know that it was where David gave Roger the band. Roger did everything for the most part on that record. David hates it largely, and that's what broke the band up, obviously, because Roger wanted to do his shit and David wanted to do his shit, and that was just what broke them up. But there's what's the song on there? Is it Final Cut? Is that just the song?
I mean, the Final Cut is a song on here. I don't know what the big song is though.
Yeah, but I want to say that it's one of the worst received records, even among like the Floyd enthusiasts. I want to say we could get blown up our first time me saying that, but I think that is a lesser respected Floyd record. So yeah, I also need to check that out because I think I also I'm in the need for a copy at some point because I have not found one so minty, because Floyd, as we know, is very rare to find old Floyd super nice.
Yeah, it doesn't show up often anymore. People snag it up. That was like a 20 spot, so I was in it for that because it was super duper clean. Like I don't even think it's been played. Picked this up, brand new reissue. Blind Guardian German power metal, Nightfall and Middle Earth. This is their concept record about Middle Earth, and my favorite album, their biggest album from these guys. So was super stoked to get this, just on black vinyl. Let's put this here. Step. I got some BOC Club Ninja. This is like 86, I think 88, something like that. So super stoked to get this. A lot of the mid to late 80s BOCs are really good. Really, really good.
You got some BOC over here too, don't you?
Over at your house?
I think some of the records that you took out. Is there a BOC greatest hits maybe in there somewhere?
Nah, it's like I took out the Asia record and something else. Maybe an ELO record.
Looked. Maybe that's what it is. I haven't looked. Yeah, you had a stack of like four over there. So,
I don't think there was any BOC in there that you.
Okay, you all right, fair enough. I thought there was. Maybe. No, I'm thinking about BTO. That's what I'm thinking about. There was BTO in there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely not as into BTO, but BOC Revolution by Night, really cool record. Shooting Shark is an absolutely stellar song. That's gonna be. It's funny. I listen to that song a lot. Like over the last months, that'll be on my Spotify Wrapped for sure. That'll be a fun episode to do when that drops. When we can finally do that. Got this because this is really cheap. Like maybe over a month ago. Dream Theater. This is part of their bootleg series that's been coming out. This is And Beyond. This is live in Japan. This is like $15. I haven't bought any of these. I just bought it because it was so cheap. 2 LP with the CD. This is live in Japan. They play a lot. They play so many different deep cuts and shit all the time. So like some of these songs I probably have never heard or heard like once. So I have not dove into a lot of this stuff. I do want to try to get their, because they have one where they play like Master of Puppets all the way through. They have another live album where they play something else all the way through. But this one got marked down to like $15. I was like, all right, I'll buy it for that for sure. Because I wasn't going to dive in at like the $40 they were. Pick this up in Vegas. Was super stoked to get this. This is a German power metal band. This is Running Wild. And this is Gates to Purgatory. I want to say this is like 85, 86. This is the same era as Halloween. They were kind of coming up at the same time. This is an original German pressing on Noise, the big German label back in the day, metal label. So was super stoked to get this. I'm not a big Running Wild fan. I like a few songs and a few records, but was just stoked to find this in the wild and looking really good too. So anytime I can find like old European pressings of those bands back in the day, I usually pick them up.
Especially if they're not $300. God damn.
100%. They're not trash too. Pick this up online. This is on the band's web store. They were doing a Memorial Day. I can't remember what's the holiday at the end of May. Memorial Day.
I think it is. Yeah.
So they were doing a Memorial Day sale. Queensryche, The Verdict. This is the third record with Todd. So pick that up on vinyl. So I was super stoked to get that. It was like $15. So do that. This is another Vegas pickup. Coincidentally, Queensryche, the self-titled, the first record with Todd from 2013. So I was super stoked to find this used. And it was awesome. Like a 15 spot. So I only need one more Todd album and I'm done. Condition Human is the only one I need on vinyl, and then I'm done.
Is that out there?
Yes, I can get it. It's pretty cheap.
Okay.
Dio, The Last in Line, an original promo. Really clean. Picked this up at one of the Zias. Was a good price too. Was a good price. I want to say it was like $20, which a lot of this shit you see is like 50. So that was fun. Little AC/DC, Dirty Deeds. Had to add that back in. Really clean. This is an 80s pressing.
Yeah.
I want to say this might have been on the same trip. If You Want Blood. Another 80s pressing.
I think everything you're about to show is same trip.
Probably not. It probably mixed together.
Okay.
The new Ghost EP, Phantomime. Really good. Really cool covers on here. This is the indie exclusive limited tan vinyl. So there you go. Been picking up these Oingo Boingo reissues when I can. Rebellion Remasters is doing them, so got Only a Lad. This is a really cool variant. It is like a clear with a clear blue swirl.
Like that.
Very nice. Really good quality. He's got two more that are up that I need to get. Two more reissues because he reissues so many times and then they go out and then he stops. So there's two more that I need to get for the collection. Coincidentally, this is a band named after one of those Dark Throne demos I just mentioned. This is a German black metal band. The main guy is also in Obscuro, which is a big death metal band from Germany. This is kind of his black metal side project. These guys just came to my attention. I listened to a bunch of stuff on YouTube. I really like this. This is their brand new album, Hail the Abyss. The album's called, the band is called Thulkandra. Wow. And they're German black metal, kind of like black and thrash. Not just straight up black metal. Really, really melodic, heavy stuff. Cool band.
Always really cool album artwork. Always the best.
Yeah. Solid album too, top to bottom. Finally picked up Painkiller, just the new latest reissue. Nothing special there. And Ram It Down because I was just trying to finish out The Priest, which I'm really close now.
Those are basically all straight reissues, right? There's nothing added, right?
Nah, there's nothing really added, but they're pretty cheap still. They're like $20. They're not doing the $40 reissues yet. So
yeah.
This is probably my album of the year so far. Immortal, War
Mm.
Against All, the brand new album. This is a cloudy polar white ice blue vinyl. This is the one of the Nuclear Blast web store variants.
That's cool.
Cool colorway. Great album. Immortal, Norwegian black metal band. It's just Demon Oz in the band now, but he's doing a good job. The last 2 records have just been him, and they've been pretty good.
Nice.
This is with Tyler's points. Was super stoked to find this. Creator, German thrash metal, part of the big 3 of German bands, Teutonic thrash. This is Endless Pain. So this is also an original German pressing on Noise from. This is either from 1985 or 1988. It's originally in 1985. I was looking on Discogs. They're literally the same exact Deadwax, same everything. Nice. So I don't know which one it is, but it's very early. So it's either original or an 80. It's either original or an 88. So yeah. Creator, Endless Pain. Super stoked to find that. I don't think I showed this in the last one. Tyler and I went to Best Buy because we were getting card supplies, and we looked in the vinyl and they randomly still had this. So this is Megadeth. This is Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. The Final Kill. So this is like the latest remix they did for it. This is from 2018, and they randomly still had this in stock. Looked it up, and it was going for more. They still had it for like $25. It was going for more than that. So I was like, oh, yeah. I'll pick that up. So do you like this artwork more? Or do you like the original one with like the photo of the skull?
Yeah, I know they hate it. At this point, I have an affinity for it at this point. Because it's always the one that it's the one that I look for every time I see that record. Obviously that's the one you got the older edition and everything, right? So like, yeah. Then when did they tag on that new artwork?
It was like when he did the remixes, like 2000.
So, okay, so I mean, we guess we got 20 plus years of that new artwork on there. So yeah, I look for the older stuff. It's I don't know. I have an affinity for the old one, I think.
Gotcha. Tyler, actually,
you at on
this one? I like the new one.
Yeah,
I like the new one. I don't like that old one. I think it's cheesy looking.
Yeah, it looks horrible.
Yeah,
it's dumb.
But I understand why people would have an affinity though, if that's what you grew up with. ELO, A New World Record. Tyler gave this to me. Really nice cellophane copy of this.
Hell yeah,
super clean.
It was like $4.
That's a crazy price. And then yes, Close to the Edge. Gatefold still in cellophane. So this is 50 years old, and the gatefold's never been cracked.
Yeah, that was too. I think we came out of there at 50.
At least 40. This might be an 80s pressing. I don't remember, but it's at least 40 years old. So
it's crazy.
Very cool. So thank you, Tyler. Ozzy, Bark at the Moon with the nice price sticker. I don't think I showed this off in the last one. I might have, but
no.
Very cool. This is like brand new.
Yeah.
Devin Townsend Project, Epic Cloud. Picked this up at Zia. One of the Devons that I needed to re-add. This is one I had. So I paid up a little bit for this. This is just randomly in the tees. The regular tees, not even in the metal.
Oh.
So I just happened to be looking through it and found it, and it was not even on the wall or anything.
How much was it?
Like 50.
Yeah, it's a Waller.
Which is a Discog. It's not a bad price.
Yeah.
But this one I picked up. Superstar Concert Series. This is the Westwood One presents the radio live stuff. This is Heart, October 3rd, 87. So you get a lot of cool stuff on this. I haven't spun this yet. I need to. But you get a lot of good songs on here. It's black on there. Yeah, this one was cheap. And they have an interview on there for like $30.
Yeah.
It's just the interview. This is actually the live show. So
yeah, those I only have the Alice one, but like every time I see them, like even if it's not stuff that I'm into, I almost want to buy them because it's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just weird oddities.
Yeah,
you don't see them a lot either. Got some reissues, some Fear Factor reissues. So this is Mechanize. This just came out a couple weeks back. This is their 2011 album. So Nuclear Blast is doing some reissues. 2 LP. This is just on a smoke vinyl. It looks pretty cool. It's kind of clear. I won't take it out, but some Fear Factory there.
Hell yeah.
I think they're trying to capitalize on the new guy that's in the band, and then they're doing a new album too. So Reindustrialized. This is their 2014 album, if I remember right. They redid this, and Dino remixed this with actual live drums this time. So not programmed. Sounds pretty cool. Sounds different enough than the original to where it necessitates its existence. So
yeah.
This is out of 4,000 on silver. Picked this up at Zio Whitesnake Love Hunter classic album cover.
Hell yeah.
Really clean copy of that. Super stoked to find that.
Anytime you find a nice snake, you got to buy it, man.
Yes. Finally picked this up pretty cheap on Amazon. Matchbox 20 XL on mainstream. This is the greatest hits. 2LP. I've been eyeing the Walmart variant. I should have just bought the Walmart one because it gets turned in used all the time. But I was like, oh, this got marked down. So I was like, I'll buy it.
Is it red? I want to say
the Walmart variant. Yeah, it's like I think blue or red. Yeah.
Okay.
Soundgarden Super Unknown. Was doing the Soundgarden ranking, so finally had to add that back into the collection.
Hell yeah.
Black Sabbath Never Say Die. Really clean. I don't know if this is an OG. I haven't added this to Discogs yet, but really clean, older pressing of this. I hate this album. Not a great album, but I'm a Sabbath completist. So, like honestly, the title track, maybe what's the other song? Johnny Blades, kind of a cool song. The funny part about this is this shirt is everywhere. They have redone this shirt all the time. Like this design, this Sabbath logo, like the Never Say Die tour shirt has been in Hot Topic for like 15 years. And it's literally the worst Ozzy Sabbath record.
Yeah.
So I find it fascinating that this is the artwork that everybody is drawn to and the tour shirt that everybody buys.
I wonder if there's like a weird licensing thing where like they have access to only one Sabbath design and it's that.
It's really weird, but it sells.
Yeah.
I see the shirt all the time. Got this with trade, some more Tyler's trade, more Devin Townsend. Oh, yeah. This is a Z2. So this is Sky Blue and Dark Matters, Ziltoid. So he did Ziltoid back in the day before he started doing the Devin Townsend project stuff. And fans always ask for a sequel. I'm okay on Ziltoid. It's like comedy. And I like Devin when he's serious and he's really introspective. I like his new record's all about being a parent and stuff. I like when he writes about his wife and his kids and his depression. And he has a lot of like kind of inferiority complex because the dude's a genius. So it's really weird. I love when he writes about that stuff and his depression and his mind. Like I like that stuff. Ziltoid's more comedy. So it's hit or miss. It's cool stuff. But the Sky Blue on here is stellar. Like that side of the record is awesome. The Ziltoid is fine, but had to pick this up. This is a 2LP, 4LP double album set. So very cool.
Hell yeah.
All that stuff's never getting repressed either. Fear Factory, obsolete. It's on a little bit of a Fear Factory run. So this is the Music on Vinyl reissue. So pick that up, just a single LP, black. This is the record after Demanufacture. Really good. This is probably the coolest thing in the set outside of the Black Sabbath Tear CD. Rush Hemispheres. I needed a copy of Hemispheres because it's one of the few that I don't have in like the 70s era stuff that haven't rebought. And I'm like, I'm gonna look on Discogs and see what this is going for because I know they did a variant in Canada back in the originally when this came out, and they did red. So I'm like, I want to know what the original red Canadian edition is going for. So I finally picked this up on Discogs. Really clean pressing. Guy had it on there for like $30, and I was like, I'm in. So it's a really good price. So it pays to look and put stuff on your wish list if you really want to find stuff. And so yeah, Rush Hemisphere is absolutely stellar record. I spun this and this plays excellent too. So super stoked. Original Canadian pressing on red Hemisphere.
That's really awesome. Yeah, old color is always super cool to find.
Oh, definitely. The new Cult record, this got marked down on the Midnight Sun. I haven't listened to this, to be honest with you. I've listened to like the singles and they're fine. So excited to spin this one. And then they're doing reissues for the Cult stuff, so I finally picked this one up too. Cool thing about this is I didn't order the variant. I just ordered the black one because it was a lot cheaper on Amazon, and they sent me the variant.
That's
so
awesome.
The Cult self-titled. This is 94. This is one of the Bob Rock albums. Really cool record. This is on Ivory. So just white, basically.
Don't hate that.
I got on a little bit Ramones kick, and I'm like, I just got to finish this shit out. So Ramones. I got it. I always feel weird buying this shit at Zia, too, because it's like shit like you should have. Like,
yeah.
You know, so I don't want to go.
I have that record.
I don't want to go up to the cashier with a fucking Ramones self-titled, like, and, you know, look like a fucking jobber. So,
yeah.
So these are Amazon purchases for me.
Also, you don't own any Zeppelin at all. So whenever that works the way into your life, you're gonna have to buy all the Zeppelin records whenever you decide to do.
I almost did because they had the Walmart ones turned in. Sealed. Somebody turned them in. Yeah. They were brand new, sealed for $20.
Yeah.
Houses of the Holy, and I think Zeppelin, the first record, and I didn't. So, anyways, Leave Home. So same thing. All these are still really cheap too, $20. So
yeah.
That's nice of Rhino to not mark these up to like 40. And then Rocket to Russia, one of my favorite Ramones records. Great album cover. Black.
Hell yeah.
Well, they do the old Sire label on there too. Don't screw it up. This is a gift from Tyler, like years in the making. Rush Presto.
Nice, hell yeah.
This is one of the greatest things I have in my collection now because I would never rebuy this because it's too expensive now. I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to pump you up. I'm not trying to put you over here. Like, I would never rebuy this original probably. And if I did, I would hate myself because I would have spent like $150 on it. And you know, the reissue is still like, I want to say the reissue is like $75, $80, which is still too much for me. So super stoked. So Tyler bought this for me years ago. I got out of it. And Tyler's like, well, I just got Rush Presto in my collection. So I finally just was like bugging him. Like, you should just give me that Rush Presto. And he finally did. So
yeah, it's true. Well, I was going to do it anyway, but yeah.
Super stoked to finally get that back.
Yeah. Also, I think that's a Columbia house as well.
It is.
That's a record club.
Yeah, it is. Some of the coolest shit that I got. Tyler remembers this one. Ultimate Sin. Ozzy. This has the inner for the like the mail away stuff, which is absolutely stellar to find. This is like really minty, clean stuff. I paid up for this, but this is deleted. So like, who knows if we're ever getting reissues of these?
Yeah. No, what happened was, did you buy that one or this one first?
I bought that one first.
Okay.
I saw this one in there. We went out to the car. I opened that up and it was so clean. Or I went to the cashier. She cut it open because they see all the records, the expensive ones. And I looked in it and I'm like, this is super clean. Had the mailer in there. All right, I'm getting that. Then we went out to the car and then I'm like, I got to go back and get this. Speak of the devil, because this is also expensive and deleted. Yeah. And I was like, maybe that has a mailer. It doesn't have the mailer, but it has the original inners.
Well, yeah, because when we got to the car, that was what kicked off. Because when we got to the car, you're like, this is so nice. And then we turned it sideways and the mailer came out.
You pulled it out.
We were like, yeah. And we were like, yo. And then you got all marked out for that because obviously that's the coolest shit. So you marked out for that. And then we thought the exact same was going to happen here. And same price for both of them. So it was expensive, but like Ozzy, that especially those records with those covers, specifically that one right there, to find those as nice as we did for $50, insane.
Well, yeah, and that's what they're going for, or more on Discogs and eBay, and they're deleted. So like, you can get the box set, but there's no reissues of Ultimate Sin or this. So like, I don't, unless you're gonna spend whatever the $500 on the box set.
Yeah.
And this, I don't even think this is in the box set.
Ooh,
might be. I don't know. Also picked this up. That was a really good trip. Deep Purple in Rock. This is a Fame Harvest 80s pressing that is super clean. So was super stoked to find that. And we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Pick this up. I need to finish out the Halloween, so I need to do like the 2000s era. So this is a reissue of Halloween, Gambling with the Devil, their 2011 album. This is the first Halloween I ever bought. And I bought this on CD the day it came out in 2011. So super stoked to get this on vinyl. It's got the great CGI artwork that everybody loves. So yeah, super stoked to get that. Got that at the In Groove. Gave Mike a little money there. And then picked up this at the In Groove too. This King Diamond In Concert 87 Abigail. Super cool. Great set list on here. And yeah, this is a newer, this is like 2018 reissue or something of this. So super stoked to get that. That's it.
Also, Speak of the Devil, not on the box.
So yeah, I don't know. You're not getting it then. I guess if you want it on vinyl, you gotta buy it in original, I guess.
Yeah.
So all that stuff's deleted and locked away forever for reasons that are dumb. So yeah, those are pickups, guys. Thank you for joining us. It was a little long one, but this is it. This is like the maximum we could have waited, because otherwise we're getting into like 2-hour territory. And I don't want to do that. So anyways, guys, if you made it this far, you might as well hit the like button, because you've been here for an hour and 20 minutes. So thank you so much. Subscribe for more pickup videos. These come about once every month or two. That's about as long as we can go, though I'm already running out of room again. So who knows? They could be falling out.
Oh Jesus.
So we'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time. Peace.